What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into Channel 99 today. We have As Fire Falls. They are a metalcore band from Boise, Idaho. Super cool, super talented, and what's great about them is they're young. So as they progress through their musical careers, you're definitely going to see this band evolve and transform. I'm excited to see where they go. These guys just finished up a few concerts with Messer and Gemini Syndrome. They played here in Boise, Idaho at the Olympic. They played a few other places. They just wrapped up a tour in California and a few other places that they will talk about in the episode. We also talk about their influence of music, the new up-and-coming releases that they have scheduled, and so much more. So stay tuned. Make sure that you listen to the entire episode, subscribe, give us 5 stars, and share the show if you like it, because what we're trying to do is bring the best content to the Treasure Valley and to Sweden, because for some reason Sweden really, really likes Channel 99 Studios. They're about 18% of all my viewership, so and listenership. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and take care.
Shut up and sit down.
Now, so we're talking about scratch tickets right now, and you've got which one? Is it the neon one?
This is a neon one, limited edition, I'm sure.
I won $2 on that last time.
Dude, nice. I don't do scratch tickets. Do you have good luck with them?
Usually when I go to the gas station, I'll throw like $1, maybe $2 out. If I win something, I just reinvest it.
That's a good idea.
I only spent $1 and I won 3 last time, so I got these 2.
Oh, nice.
And so I figured it'd be fun on the podcast tonight if I don't know, had us passing it around, keep us interested while everybody's chit-chatting and stuff.
All right,
I never thought about that before. So
Dustin revealed a 14.
And we need
Dang
a
it,
10.
Dustin.
All right, so everybody who's listening right now,
scratching
thank you so much for tuning into Channel 99. I am super stoked to have As Fire Falls on the show today. They're from Boise.
Woo!
These guys are pretty fucking cool. They just wrapped up a couple shows. You guys were in Boise and Jerome, and you played shows with Messer.
Not Jerome.
I'm not Jerome. Where at? California.
Yeah.
Where at in California? You guys were on tour. You guys are playing all the time.
Yeah,
sorry.
Places,
I can't keep up with
It's
everybody,
okay.
dude.
We played,
I have so many people that I talk to.
We played up in Washington.
This is Chris, everybody.
I'm
God
Chris.
damn it. Chris, introduce yourselves when you talk.
Oh, yeah.
At the very beginning, introduce yourselves when you talk. Chris is the lead
My
singer.
name is Chris. I'm the lead singer of As Fire Falls. I'm 23.
He's the siren.
And I really like to take naps. Chris.
Yes. I hear he took a hefty one today.
What?
I took a thick nap today, and it was so nice.
Is it my turn?
Never heard
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
before.
I'm
Thick nap.
also Chris, and I am the screamer / bass player / dad of the band.
This is true.
This is my father. He's my dad.
I'm Nick. I'm spelled N-I-C,
Wow.
and I'm 19 years old.
Your parents forgot how to spell.
They forgot how to spell, yeah. Even though there's no K.
Nick,
in
I want you to
Nicholas.
talk for most of this podcast because
Okay.
your voice sounds like the best.
Well, like, I'll
I'll make it sound even better.
Ooh.
Really?
Keep talking.
Are you going to, like, compress it?
Yeah, well, I mean, just keep talking.
He's going to EQ it.
I'm tuning this to make you sound like a goddamn porn star.
So, yeah, I am Nick, and I am responsible for
Those dirty
the-
licks.
the hurdy-gurdy in the band. Do you guys know what a hurdy-gurdy is?
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't know, what is that?
It's like a box with strings, and then you turn this wheel, and it makes noises.
They're really cool.
That's
They
cool.
play like a bunch of different. It's like an electric violin.
Yeah.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
And you play it on all the songs? Or just whatever
Most of
song
them,
you're
yeah.
playing? That's cool. I don't even know what that is.
No, so, like, I play guitar. I play just
figured.
regular, like, I don't know, I'm the only guitar player. in the band. I don't know if you
This
call
is
that
good.
lead or rhythm or whatever, but yeah, both.
I guess it depends on the size of the band, right? Because some bands
That's
have
true.
lead and a rhythm.
There's
Mhm.
yeah,
And a
that's true.
hurdy-gurdy.
Oh my gosh,
And
yeah.
a hurdy-gurdy.
There's so many roles.
They're cool though. You should look them up. They're
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
cool looking.
The hurdy-gurdy?
Mhm.
They're like medieval.
Yeah,
like,
they're straight up medieval.
crazy wooden boxes, and you turn it. There's like a couple harmony strings and strings that you like press the keys with. It's pretty sweet, man.
That's way cool.
How do you know about
and you
this? man?
and you do play that thing? You do play that thing though, or no?
I don't play that thing. No. I probably could, like, if I had one.
Most of the things
like,
we
figure it out.
Yeah.
You might even be cooler if you did.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know
I'd
if
be
that's
cooler
possible.
if I
It'd
did.
be pretty cool, but
Dude, I'd be so cool.
you'd be so cool.
But
You'd be
I'm
hired,
just the guitar player. Like, literally everyone plays guitar, so it's not as interesting.
but not as well as
I
you.
don't know. Not everybody plays guitar. I don't play guitar.
That's true.
Yeah,
Dustin
I
here
play
plays
piano.
guitar.
I'll play the shit out of some piano. I'll
Really?
play some trumpet.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, I got a piano in the other room.
That's on the bucket
Why
list
is
for
that
me.
not
Is
in here? Dude, you could jam out.
I could,
We
but
could
it's
do
easier.
that.
It's
Hard
easier
for
to
you.
write like a digital piano track and then just export it.
It's
as,
true.
like,
oh
Way,
yeah,
way
it's-
sheet music and then just
I
play
forgot
it.
this was the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Anyways.
lazy.
yeah.
We're so lazy.
Mhm. So we
Continue,
went
though, with the track. Yeah.
from Washington down through Oregon, like Portland and Salem, and then we went down through California. We did Quincy, California. We played at Joshua Fest there, which was awesome. And then we went down through, where else did we go? I forget.
Man,
I know we ended up in San Diego somehow, but it was
Yeah.
all a blur.
Yeah.
life on the road. No, yeah, San Diego. Oh, we played in L.A., but it was
Yeah.
like, what was it called?
Downey.
Downey. Yeah, we played in Downey.
So it was
That was
like
alright.
an outskirt
Like a
of
suburb.
LA. Yeah, like a
That was
suburb
the
of LA.
last. That was the last show we played.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
And then we drove 15 hours to get home. 16,
that was
something
so
like that.
so cool.
Alright.
Went through the Nevada desert. It was just all smoke,
Mm-hmm.
just like everywhere. We couldn't see more than like a mile in front of us. It was just like,
Yeah.
this is
Slept in a
disgusting.
Denny's parking lot.
And we slept in a Denny's parking
Oh
lot
my
that
gosh,
night.
I forgot about that.
It was like 90 degrees at night,
Ugh.
and we just sweated.
Sweat.
Yeah,
Swat.
we swat.
We just swat each other.
Sweat all over the place.
Is that like that police force? Swat.
Swat.
No, that's sweat.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
sweat.
I forgot.
Chris, I want you to scratch this, dude.
Oh man.
So you
So
guys.
we're looking for a 10, and then we get whatever.
I scratched two.
Everything.
Or two.
You just get $1 sign.
So what do you guys got coming up right now? What are you guys doing as far as you guys just working on new music? Do you have any shows coming up? I know obviously you've played a few and a lot recently as far as your tour goes. What's coming up right away? What are you preparing for?
We're mostly just We're mostly just focusing on like writing music right now. Like we just got like another mix back from our producer. His name is Cameron Mizell.
Hello, Cameron.
Hello, Cameron, if you're listening. But yeah, so we just got another mix back, and it's sounding really good. Best music we've had so far, definitely. So we're really excited to be releasing new music, and then trying to plan out early next year, maybe some stuff late this year, just some last minute stuff late this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
And by best music, can you explain that to somebody who hasn't listened to your music before? Like, what's the difference if they were to look you up right now versus what you're producing currently? Like, how you got to explain that to somebody.
I guess just
Like,
overall
what are they supposed to expect? Is it
more depth, I
more
would
depth.
say, yeah.
And is that in
deep.
the lyrical depth, or is it in the quality depth, or is it in
All of it.
the everything?
Yeah,
Everything.
lyrically, definitely a lot more depth there. Production-wise, top of the line. Yeah, just everything. It's just going to sound
Yeah.
really good.
Sweet.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And when is this? So how many songs?
We're going to
Are
be
you guys-
releasing a bunch of singles.
Okay.
So we got one single coming out now, and then we're in the process of writing more singles right
Lots
now.
more.
So you're doing singles. I
Mhm.
see. I don't understand how this works, and I try to get people in who are
Yeah.
in different bands. Like I had the Tumbleweeds guy in here, and You guys know like Chapter Black, and then We Were Giants. I have them in here all the time. They're always fun guys.
Yeah.
They love you guys, by the way. Every time I bring you guys up, they love your guys' style,
That's
and
awesome.
we always chit chat about you. And even on some of the shows, we chit chat about you guys.
Are we allowed to say what did they say?
They love
Yeah,
your
what am I
style.
saying?
To be honest with you,
Are
to
we
be
allowed
honest
to
with you,
say?
they think you guys are like one of the best like local bands that there is in your guys' genre.
That's
They
cool.
really dig you guys.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chapter Black.
No,
Yeah,
that's
seriously.
We were
And
giants.
everyone. And
you
Giants.
that's We Were Giants.
Oh,
But-
thanks,
and Chapter
Giants.
Black loves you guys too, though. I've talked to them too. So,
Thanks,
but no,
Giants.
you guys really do have a unique style. I like it. I've listened to all the songs that Dustin sent me, and I think it was maybe 5. How many songs have you guys released? You guys have a ton of music videos, by the way.
We've got
Oh,
a
really?
few.
Yeah,
you have
we
like
do.
what, 3 or 4 maybe?
Yeah, like-
More than that?
Maybe 3 or 4, yeah.
Okay, I just Googled you guys and I pulled up like the first. When I Googled you guys, going to the last concert, the Gemini
Yeah.
Syndrome concert, because what I like to do is just listen. It takes me forever to get downtown, as you know. I'm way the fuck out here.
Yeah, you got to go.
As
Do you go
far
all the way
west
up to the
Boise.
freeway and then go down?
Yeah, this
Jeez.
is my neighborhood is the furthest west neighborhood in Boise.
No way.
Yeah,
Man.
so our neighborhood it's 83713 Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
But right next door, so there's this house next to me. Across that street, that fence line is 83642. So
Jeez.
it takes me forever to get downtown.
No kidding.
That's crazy, man.
It sucks, but it's nice because I get to work maybe 25 minutes. I get to listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Make sure quality
go.
sounds good, or I get to listen to the bands that I get to go, watch live, find out what songs I'm gonna get hyped for.
Yeah.
But that's what I did for you guys. And I was listening to. I think I watched maybe 2 or 3 of the music videos.
While you're driving? That's not safe.
I mean, I had them on. Yeah, I had them on. I didn't really watch them.
It's like right in front. You just tape it to your windshield.
No. But I do have like a magnet thing on my car.
Nice.
That's like right next to my thing. And
Nice.
I mean, it obviously, I have Bluetooth, so I can listen to it in my car. But
Sweet.
yeah, the one song that I really thought was cool was the Gray. What is it?
World in Gray?
Yeah,
Yeah.
World in Gray.
that song was super.
That
cool.
one was fun. We did that
Yeah.
in some random building downtown of like a, what was it, like a furniture store? And it was seriously like catacombs. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was like
so weird.
people
Oh,
should be
yeah.
buried under there.
Did you have to get approval to go there, or did you just show up?
Our
Dude,
I don't know. Our music video people took care of it. They're
They
like,
did.
just show up here. I'm like, okay.
Makes
And it was
sense.
weird. Like the hallways were like super short in some places. It was really weird, but it was cool.
Perfect place for a music video. Super like creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely had an eerie feeling to it, but it worked well with the
Nick's
song.
girlfriend was in that music
Yeah.
video, by the way.
Yeah.
She's the bird cage
Believe it or not,
lady.
I am not
Oh.
gay. Believe it or not.
Believe it or not,
Dustin has a really
gentlemen.
hard time believing that.
Dustin,
Not convinced.
not convinced.
Picture.
I
or
could
it
be
didn't
lying.
happen.
Yeah, prove it. Kiss me.
I did not kiss her in the video, so I guess yeah.
In 2 years, he'll say he's not gay. He's just confused.
Just
Just confused, guys.
Just very
Just
confused.
confused. She's trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was a really cool music video to do.
yeah,
Cool.
super fun.
We all look like babies in it, though.
Oh my gosh,
And
Nick,
then-
Nick has like.
And then we've got Alex from Roses Are Dead.
Yep, he's in there.
He was in the band back then, and that was fun.
Are there a lot of bands locally that have interchanged
Probably.
like, musicians
Yes.
and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I was in We Were Giants.
Oh,
Yeah,
you were?
he was.
Oh,
point.
crazy.
Back in the D.
Yeah. Well, I know it's certain bands. For instance, Built to Spill, the lead singer of Built to Spill. Are you guys familiar with who
Mhm.
that band
Yeah.
is? So
Yeah.
for the first like multiple CDs they came out with, every CD was a new band. So the
Oh my
lead
God.
singer,
That's
yeah.
wild. I
so
didn't know
the
that.
lead singer would create a new band for every album. So for
What?
every tour, he had a new band. Yeah, if you look it up, man.
That's cool.
It's just some people do that. Some musicians, they have a vision, and like maybe that's their vision. Maybe they just want to just have
Fresh
like,
start, I guess.
yeah, maybe just see if
See
somebody
you
can
guys.
contribute a different angle.
Fresh
I
start.
mean, I don't mean to halt the podcast or anything, but I think I just won you $20,000.
No.
I've never done scratch tickets before. I'm
Have
sorry.
you ever done math?
No.
Dustin's taking it as payment.
How cool would that be? Off a $2 scratch.
All right, we're gonna scratch the last dollar sign.
Dollar sign.
Next time you do a podcast with somebody,
Yeah.
you should go buy one of these fake ones.
Oh.
That's true. That would be good.
Oh, that would be good.
You just match them up.
Yep.
This game sucks.
They'd freak out.
Did you lose, Chris?
Even if I win $1. No, nothing on that.
Like,
Nothing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the final outcome of the scratch
Holy
ticket.
cow.
Trying to angle it. So we did not win. Bad job, Chris.
Bad job.
You're bad at this
Congrats.
Who needs a quarter?
Thanks a lot, man.
Here's your quarter, Dustin. Thank you.
Thanks for scratching them, though.
I did win a pineapple, an eel.
That
What?
eel's worth like 10 grand, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, that's an expensive eel.
Yeah.
Eel is good. You ever eaten eel?
Sungles.
No.
Eel is good.
Eel is good?
Yeah, on sushi.
let's-
They do like fried eel inside sushi.
Do a close up on the eel.
Where's the
Do
eel?
a close up on your mouth.
No. No. No.
That's funny. Oh. But what were we talking about?
Did that hurt?
Music.
Holy cow.
Music.
We were
yeah.
talking about music.
Yeah.
So with your guys' new music, what's your influence as far as who do you listen to? Like, as far as when you were learning to play your instruments and everything.
Oh, wow.
Carrie Underwood for you, right?
Yeah, for sure. No,
Fergie.
I don't know. That's a hard one because I don't like. I feel like I don't listen to a lot of metal, except for when I'm playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
Like I like playing metal because it's the most challenging, and I feel like I can.
You ever tried bluegrass?
Yeah, dude, that stuff's too hard. I can't get into that. No, but I don't know. I
Love bluegrass.
like I don't listen to a whole lot of metal, but I listen to just all different tons of music. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint.
Mm.
I can get inspiration from pretty much anything. It's weird. It's really weird.
So do you each individually write your own, like you write your own guitar, you write your own like drums, bass,
Kind
everything.
of like
For the
Pretty
most
much.
part.
if Nick wrote a guitar riff, most of the time he'll write down, like, he's got the program on his computer and stuff, and he'll like make a drum track and stuff. That's like kind of what
I'll
might
make-
want to do.
Yeah, I'll make like bare bones of a song. Lay down the guitar as like best as I can, and like lay down a drum track how I think, because I'm not a drummer. I don't really know where the hits go and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I lay down like kind of like a scratch drum track, you know, just so that people can hear like, oh, okay, like that's the beat. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
And then I'll give it to the guys, and they'll be like, yeah, this sucks. So never show us any
Almost
songs
every
again.
time.
Almost every time, yeah. Like
It's like 9 out of 10.
this is like really bad, dude.
It's actually really nice because you've got the same program
yeah.
that we do in our studio,
Well, kind of.
kind of. But
Not-
you can
not
easily
anymore.
just swap
Yeah.
drums out in and
Just
out.
swap
So
midis.
yeah,
Yeah,
swap
exactly.
midis.
And Nick's a drummer, so he can like be like, well, I'd rather have a snare here. I'd rather do like a fill here. That'd be cool. And I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah.
Instead of just a,
yeah.
Yeah.
it'll be like.
It's true.
So you
True.
guys, do you track live or do you do digital tracking and then you just you learn the riffs?
Like, what do you
Well,
mean?
like do you program the songs and then you learn the music, or do you just learn
Absolutely.
the music first and then you record it live? Like, cause I know some people go in there and they'll actually like play the guitar and they'll know the music and everything,
Yeah.
but they don't. I guess when they publish their music, it's not a digital. I guess it's not all digital format. Like it's a
Right.
live recording of actually what they
Oh.
went into a studio for.
Okay.
Does that make
I see-
sense?
Yeah, I see
Sorry.
what you mean. No, like
I don't know the vernacular. I am a podcaster
Yeah.
and a fucking analyst. So I apologize if I confuse you guys. Like,
Oh my
confuse you
gosh.
guys. Yeah.
No, I think like I don't even know the songs when I write them. And that's the troubling part, is I have to like sit down and learn it. I can make like a drum beat, and then I'd have to like literally sit down and learn it on the guitar.
They're so good, you got to
What's-
teach yourself.
Yeah. What's in my head, I got to like put it here for yeah, it's really dumb.
Gotcha. So who writes all the music?
Us.
Yeah,
So, like-
mostly the
So like
Knicks.
the instruments are these guys,
Yeah.
and then like the lyrics are these guys.
Yeah.
So-
Some of
You
the time
two.
the melodies.
So Chris and Chris are lyrics. Nick and Nick are instruments.
And obviously, we all give input on everything, so we'll all
yeah.
be sitting down in
Yeah.
the studio and we'll be like, "Hey, that doesn't sound good,"
Yeah.
or something.
Hey, that's really bad, dude.
Dang, that sucks.
Or they'll just like give input and they're
Yeah.
like, hey, we should change something here. And we're like, no.
No.
Pretty much.
And then close out of it.
No, it sounds good. Save, close out,
Done.
done. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
So like, what's weird?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever told you guys this. Is when I wrote the riff for this new song,
yeah,
I was in my car on the way home from my job,
Playing
And I
guitar?
like literally had to like pull over and just like speak it into my phone,
yeah.
and then like. No, I like it was like a part after the chorus that happened on the drive home, and then like the intro I think I actually wrote in the shower.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's why it sounds so greasy.
Yeah. I just like opened the curtain. That's it. Eureka!
Bree, get my guitar.
Get my guitar.
That's cool. How long have you guys been playing music? How long have you been playing guitar?
Since I was 12, I think about right. Yeah,
It's a long time. What about you,
10 years.
Nick?
I've been playing for like 9 or 10 years.
Okay. Chris?
Since I was
Mhm.
like 9, yeah.
Yeah, 8 years for me.
Dang.
And I've been playing guitar for longer than I've been singing. And I used to play guitar in our band, but then I didn't really need to anymore. So I just didn't.
Yeah.
And I just kind of switched to singing, but I've been playing guitar since I was probably like 8 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Since like 15-ish.
Is there a
Well,
difference? Because I
14.
see some bands that have like 2 guitars and a bass and stuff like that. Or do you guys just have like you guys write it completely differently to where you don't need 2 guitars, or do you just? What's the difference?
I see what
Is
you're
it more of a
saying.
full sound, or would it be a benefit, or does it matter if you even played? 'Cause
So
like I said, some bands do. They have,
some
like,
bands
yeah.
do, yeah. But for live, actually, Nick, Nick's talk about this. You guys,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's nice having 2 guitar players. I
live.
think live.
Yeah.
Why is that?
You might just get a fuller sound. Honestly, you might get like one or even one guy who does the leads,
Mm-hmm.
while one guy is like the riff man,
Mm-hmm.
riff guy. And so that way you get like a little bit more to listen to, I think. But I mean, a lot of bands have one guitar. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's terrible, but
Oh, yeah,
I'm just
no,
saying, what I'm
yeah.
saying is like, is it like would it be beneficial, or is your style just like not require it? I don't know how that works, man. I don't even listen and pay attention to whether bands have like 2 guitars.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's
But I
really,
do
it's
n-
hard to say.
yeah.
We probably would do better with another guitarist.
Well, for live, we track like multiple guitar. Like
Yeah.
for live, we got
so
you.
in the tracks, there's just like a tiny bit of leads. Like in
Yeah, that's
maybe
true.
the choruses, there's like a clean guitar in the background or something.
And like a kind of higher lead part, and then
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
Nick, you're taking most of the work, obviously, by
Right.
playing live. But
We just add little ear candy of guitar into the
Mhm.
tracks, and
Yeah.
yeah.
you guys kind of write it so that one guitar can kind of carry most of the weight, but then, like you said, you'll throw in other guitar parts with like ear candy and stuff like that. And it
Yeah.
makes a big difference rather than just having ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Having a bunch of different things in there for people to listen, so that after you listen to the song, like this new song is a good example. After you listen to this new song 100 times, you'll probably hear something like, oh shoot, I've never even heard that before. If you're
Mhm.
just sitting listening to the song,
Yeah.
you'll hear this one little thing, whether it's an electronic part or whether it's a guitar part. It's like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
What new song is this? Sorry.
The new song that we're getting like the mixes back for and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
That we're gonna be releasing it sometime in the near future.
And you're not gonna name the name of the song?
It's called Blame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
we've
cool.
played it live a few times. We had it in our set for our last little tour we did. So it was cool to get like a crowd reaction because none of those people had heard the song before.
Mhm.
So we would say, "This is a new song, blah blah blah," and then we'd play, and people were really getting into it. So
Yeah. That was
Cool.
awesome.
it was sweet. I was like, "Okay, we'll actually come out with this song."
Yeah.
Yeah, we
What?
did play it at Gemini Syndrome too. Mm-hmm.
Because Zach really liked it a lot.
Zach.
Really?
Sweet.
Jack Black.
Oh, nice, nice,
It's-
cool.
It's kind of a heavier song than what you guys usually do. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, yeah.
Zach's
A little heavier.
like that.
It has a lot of. Now he's not even going to talk.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's super cool. God damn it! I forgot the second question I was gonna ask. I apologize.
Oh,
That's
heck.
okay.
You
That
guys
happens,
got
man.
I got all
Dang it,
distracted
Dustin.
with this Dustin jumping in the mix. Come on, Dustin, you're screwing things up. You got one job, dude, and it's just to sit there.
Wow, Dustin.
Come on, Dustin.
Just look at Bailey. She's
One
doing
job.
such a good job.
She really is.
Give it up for
She's got
Bailey.
one job. Give it for Bailey.
He's taking pictures. I'm just like,
So let's interview you guys. You know my girlfriend how?
She works at the bank that I cash my my cash at. I never put checks over there.
Nice.
I just give her my cash. I tell her it's my
Nice.
drug money.
How much money is in your bank account right now?
How much money?
Bailey?
Not a lot.
Tell us.
I diversify. I'm smart like that.
Plead the fifth, man. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, that's how I know her. And she told me that she was dating you,
Mhm.
and I mentioned that I knew a bunch of people in the same network, as far as like Blake and everybody.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
She never told me that. She told me like, "Hey, there's this guy that banks at my bank, and he does a podcast." And I was like, "That's awesome."
Nice. That's really cool, Bailey.
That's Bailey. That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard you say. You're on a roll.
This is a true story.
And it just so happened that I know Dustin
Mhm.
from the gym. We've got a bunch of mutual connections, and when he told me that he was managing you
work
guys,
out together.
yeah, kind of. We sweat together.
Ooh.
Does that get you? Does that
You
get all
swat
hot?
together?
You swat?
Yeah. Does it get you guys all hot and bothered? You guys seem excited.
Sometimes.
About it.
Absolutely,
You're even
dude.
sweating over here
Dude,
right now.
I'm
my
a hog
Nick.
right now.
Nick with a
You're just a hot
H or a
dog right
K?
now.
With a what?
With an H or a K. What was it? Nick with an H or a
Okay,
K?
yeah. It's a K. Mhm.
K
With a
and
K.
C and C and K.
Yep.
There you go.
KFC.
Okay.
What?
Oh
man. How's your
we don't
Gatorade?
work out together. This isn't Gatorade actually.
Mm.
Dude.
It's better than Gatorade. It's like
Powerade.
Gatorade on steroids.
Whoa. Are you gonna sponsor our band after this?
I don't know. I could. You guys gonna make me money? That's the problem.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Never mind then.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys
We don't
make
even
me
make money
I
for
sponsor you guys.
ourselves.
Yeah. I
Crap.
would. Just gotta make me money.
There we
'Cause
go.
If you're making me money, then I'm making you guys money.
Maybe in the
So,
future.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
definitely. No, I've got a few proposals. I sponsor other athletes.
Nice.
There's ways to make money.
Tony Hawk and
No.
just a name.
Yeah.
Just to name one.
name drops.
No, but James Caps. He's one of my good buddies, professional skateboarder for Lakai and
Oh,
Chocolate.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's actually
Nice.
awesome.
So if you
Hook
want
up,
to talk
hook him up with
skateboarding-
Nick. He likes skateboarding.
Nick is.
Yeah, no,
Are you a
I'm
professional
bad.
skateboarder? You can
Yes.
get me in Trans World Skateboarding.
Trans World?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because this guy does. So.
Oh my gosh.
Or you
Wow.
kid. Yeah. No, this
Dang
guy's. Yeah, he's a pro. He's good.
That's
cool.
cool. I bet he does a mean kickflip.
He's legit. He does a lot of stuff.
He does
He's
a
good.
mean tail whip.
Mean tail
whip. Mean BS TS TF.
Yeah.
A mean cool whip.
That's like a decade
Cool
above
whip.
you guys. CKY2K. Anybody familiar with those? Anybody familiar with CKY videos? Bam
CKY?
Margera.
Yeah.
You guys might have been
Me.
a little bit younger.
Bam
used to watch
Margera and the other guy. What's his name?
A lot of them.
Steve-O.
My buddy actually
A lot
Steve-O.
of them.
just
I don't think
It's the wrong show.
Steve-O wasn't CKY.
It's the wrong show.
That's
Dang it.
Jackass. But it's
Oh,
close.
okay, yeah.
It's close.
my buddy just did he was the drum tech for CKY for this like
Oh,
US
yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
Those guys
Dakota.
are, I like CKY. I've got 2 of their albums. I don't know how many they have, but I've got a couple of their albums.
Yeah.
They're not bad. Are they still They're still making music, or are they just touring?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think
Bam
that's-
Boy.
Margera. Oh, dude, that's a story.
Yeah. Have you seen like his Instagram lately?
Nah, he's like a
I don't-
recovering addict, though. I know that.
Yeah, big time. But yeah, he doesn't look good. That's for sure.
No, I
heard
used
he got
to.
real fat.
Yeah, I used to skate, and I skated for Zoomies back in the day when the Tony Hawk tour came here. It was like
Ooh.
Bam Margera,
Oh yeah, that was
Sean
cool.
White.
That's cool.
Tony Hawk,
Wasn't that like the park?
Sean
down
White did his
Eagle
first
Road?
720 right there, and I was on the top of the ramp. It was crazy.
Oh, dang. Did you high five him as he soared through the air?
I actually did a 360 high five with my hand behind my back.
Dude, yeah.
And then when he landed, did Michael Jackson.
That's so
Michael
awesome,
Jackson.
dude.
No, not even. I'm not even playing, dude.
Dude.
Your fans
Wow.
are gonna think I'm fucking cool.
Yeah, they are. Man,
That's funny.
like screw as fire
Stealing our
falls.
I'll do
fans.
that, dude. Call me up on stage. I'll do that on stage. Your fans go crazy.
Just do it.
It'll just go crazy.
Do it.
With
I will.
360.
And I'll do it backwards too, left-handed. No big
Ooh.
deal.
No big deal.
NBD.
Mhm.
So you guys have what coming up as far as like concerts go? Where are you guys playing next? Have you guys scheduled anything out?
Not yet. We're in the process of looking at a. That's
job.
that's Dustin's job.
Dustin's job.
He's in the process of looking at a few different shows locally here. Other than that, we're probably just going to start planning soon for early next year
Mm-hmm.
type of deal. And honestly, like I said, we're just going to keep writing music right now.
Cool.
Hopefully by early next year, we could have a completely new set for live
Yeah.
with just new songs, updated material and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for now, when you guys do you guys have like an off season when you're not touring? You guys kind of just chill out, do your own thing, or do you guys hang out all the time? Are you guys like friends?
Well-
How does this all
Well,
work?
he's my dad. So he's my father.
We get together at least once a week, and that's either hanging out, working on music, or like multiple things. So sometimes we'll hang out from like 6 until like 8 o'clock, and we'll just be like, go home. And then other times we'll hang out till like 11 or 12, and we'll just be working on music. So
Yeah. Cool.
Playing games, working on cars.
yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of car? What do you like working on cars?
No, I'm garbage.
Yeah, he's
at
the
it.
best.
Yeah.
Chris is.
We've got a whole shop in
solid,
our.
and our
Oh,
buddy,
me and Nick
Pena.
are actually brothers. This Nick and
Nice.
and we work together at our house. We detail cars. We got like our own big shop back there,
Nice.
and then it's fun. And then we let our buddies like work on their cars in there when we're not doing anything. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
So not mechanic work, or yes, mechanic work.
Sometime, not really. No.
Okay.
I mean, not like as a job.
Yeah, we
do it
detail
in
as
our in our free time.
it's
We
the
work on
detailing.
cars.
It's not
Mhm.
like mechanic. Okay.
So if you need a
okay.
detailer,
Oh.
we make a mean clean car.
Clean car.
Maybe I'll hit you guys up.
Yeah.
I got a pretty good detail set outside.
Oh,
but,
nice.
I just
Do you like
wasn't sure if
detailing your
guys-
car?
I detail it quite a bit.
Nice.
Like
Yeah.
that Mustang that's out there?
No, I have a. I actually have a. I have a BMW diesel twin turbo 335.
Wow.
What year?
2011.
That's cool.
So I got it chipped. I'm pushing
Attaboy.
550 torque.
I bet you are.
Dude,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, 360
Those things are
horse.
fast.
360 horse, man. I'll
There you
take
go.
a Corvette all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a GT 350. Thought he had me. I was like, all right, I'll let
You're like,
you
bye.
kind of feel good for yourself, and then feel good.
You said it was a 6-cylinder?
It's a 6-cylinder
Twin turbo?
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's the engine that's
Nice.
in their X5.
That's sweet.
It's fun. I get like 40 miles a gallon. The only reason
Yeah,
I asked
diesel.
about mechanic was because I'm not a mechanic and there's not a lot of BMW diesels around.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and BMW is still BMW, so it's tough.
well, I've torn it apart. I've replaced all the glow plugs. I've done a carbon clean on it.
Oh, nice.
I've replaced 2 sensors. I've done a lot of stuff to it just because cars get old.
Yeah.
And you have to do it, and it's
Mhm.
cheaper to Google it and find out on YouTube
It's true,
how
yeah.
to do it than it is to pay somebody $120
just
bucks
tilt-
an hour. So
Tilt the camera down to petting the dog.
yeah, she loves the attention.
That's
She likes
funny.
hanging out with
Pull down
people.
your pants, Nick.
All right.
All right.
So when you're writing lyrics,
Yeah.
do you guys put down the instrumentals first and then you hear it and then you write the lyrics?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. We definitely do instrumentals first because a lot of times that'll shape the way we write the lyrics,
Mhm.
So, yeah, instruments do definitely come first, and then, yeah, vocals are literally like the last thing.
Yeah.
Just because we want them to fit well, and we don't want to just. It's hard to write music around lyrics. Like, obviously, it can be done, and it has been done. But for us, it works a lot better with
Mhm.
just putting the lyrics at the end because it just makes it flow better for us. And
Makes
Sounds
sense.
good, yeah.
That's how I'd write a song. I'd probably lay down the instrumentals and figure it out.
Mhm.
But do you, as far as writing the instrumentals, do you guys think, hey, we kind of want this to be more of like a certain type of an emotion,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we go with it?
Yeah, most of the time in the choruses or something, or even in like the verses, like I'll pull up a synth or something, and I'll
Mhm.
just like write out a melody that I'm thinking, and he kind of just like bases off of it a tiny bit,
Mhm.
or at least it's because if he can't figure anything out, then it's something good to go off of, and
Gotcha.
it's kind of just like the idea of what we're feeling
Mhm.
in that part of the song.
Very
you-
cool.
Yeah.
Are you like words first, or are you like melody first? I've never asked you that.
It depends, because sometimes we'll have like Chris and we have got a big stash of just like random lyrics on like an iCloud doc note thing, and sometimes it's melody. Like sometimes Nick, like he said, he'll have like a really cool synth melody. He'll just have like in the background. He's like, hey, this would be cool for a melody in a song. And then I'll be like, okay, and then we'll try and fit lyrics to that. Or there's sometimes where it's like, no, we want these lyrics in there. Let's figure out how to
Yeah.
put a melody to it on top of these songs.
So you guys have a little input as far as like how the lyrics go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have like a good input on pretty much everything.
Everything.
Pretty much everything, yeah.
Makes sense.
It's not really an assembly line sort of, you know what I mean, where
Yeah.
it starts here, goes here, goes here.
Yeah.
We all kind of
And-
work on it together.
And like, I'm not the only one who writes like even guitar parts. I feel like because we're actually working on another song right now. Like we have just the intro,
yeah.
and Nick wrote like this drum pattern that I had just to like on the spot learn the guitar part for.
Yeah, that was
And
cool.
that was really
and
cool.
I told you like how the guitar part should go.
Yeah.
That's
You're, like,
true.
just-
Sang it out for you.
yeah, you're just like do that thing that you do. I'm like this, no, this, no, this, no. Okay.
Yeah.
like
It
yeah,
sounded really
and
cool
we,
though.
And we like finally got it, and it just it was awesome.
Mhm.
That's cool.
It's I feel like a new batch of songs will do us pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
In the batch, how many are in the batch? How many songs do you guys have? Like
Too many.
A lot, man.
Really? You guys
Yeah.
just are just recording just tons of songs?
Well, most of them are
Mhm.
like little
That's cool.
ideas.
Yeah.
Like some of them are just like 30 or 40 seconds long.
And then
Some
others
of
are
them
like
full
almost done.
songs,
Yeah.
We just don't know. How
You
to
don't know what to
finish
do
it.
with the
Exactly,
rest
yeah.
of the song at like
Yeah.
the 40-second mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's spaces that are just kind of empty, and we're like, nope.
yeah.
We'll come back to that
Yeah.
someday.
it's like writer's block, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
totally.
Yeah.
I've written a lot, and that's what I, as far as like, I don't know, as for therapy, I'll usually write. I'm writing a bunch of like little novellas. When I get like super stressed out, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna write because it's just an outlet.
That's cool.
Just
Yeah.
an outlet.
Like a story type thing, or like a poem, or what?
Yeah, just short novellas. So I have like 4 stories that I'm writing right now.
Oh,
Some
sweet.
are like 60 pages, 80 pages deep.
That's cool.
They're really weird.
Dude, you should send them to us.
They're
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
weird.
I want
One's
to
about.
read.
Are you
Hey,
guys
bud.
familiar with lucid dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, it's
All
so
right,
weird.
So
That's
one of the
wild
stories,
stuff.
one of the
Bailey's a
stories that
pro.
I'm writing. This is weird. One of the stories I'm writing is about a guy who's like him and his girl are about to get married, and like as they're going to their honeymoon, they die.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
he gets super depressed, and he like starts sleeping all the time, and in his dreams he starts seeing his like wife, right? And then he learns about lucid dreaming, and he's like, oh shit, maybe I'll live a different life while I'm sleeping. And he starts sleeping like 16 hours a day, starts taking medication.
Jeez.
And he starts living this other life, and he lives whatever life he wants while he's sleeping.
Huh.
And
That's
so the
wild.
whole book is essentially just him creating his life in his own dreams, and then doing his monotonous day job, coming home, eating, and falling asleep, and like living his real life.
That's
Dang,
crazy.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
it's one of
really
them.
cool, actually.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
like
dude.
that.
Thanks. And then the other one is a guy who knows how he's gonna die, and so he just tries to kill himself in every possible way. So he's like, well, I know I'm gonna die in 12 hours this way, so I'm gonna go try to kill myself. So he's like jumping off buildings.
Oh, it's like
and,
Groundhog's Day. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, kind of.
Where he like tries to kill himself like a bunch of times.
Yeah, because he
just
knows he's
wakes
gonna
up.
wake up. Yeah.
It's like, oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
And then I have another really creepy one. It's about a guy who is, it's a journal, actually. So I write, it's like a daily journal entry. And as it progresses, you start to see the skies a little different, and you start to find out that he's a serial killer, and then he's starting to dive back into his old habits. So he
Spoiler alert.
So he used to kill people, but the spoiler alert.
It's not.
That's not the end. You get into it and you start to realize this guy's a killer, and he starts talking about, and it progresses from something small and like somebody who relapses, right?
Yeah.
Where they have a drink and they're like, oh fuck, and then all of a sudden,
Dang.
yeah. So that's the other one.
That's cool.
So that's what
Nice.
I do to relieve stress. And just to kind of geek out and just be like, all right, this is kind of weird. Might as well write about it, and it keeps
Nice.
your mind off stuff. So,
Wow.
That's cool.
That's
I'd like
really
to read
awesome.
those. Hey, pup.
yeah, definitely. Maybe if I tune them up a little bit, they're all rough draft. You just write when you go.
Yeah.
Turn them into audiobooks.
Oh, dude, let me
Have
let me
Nick
read
Right in
them.
here.
have Nick read them.
And let me read them.
You should.
That would be
Chapter
sweet.
1.
I listen to audiobooks all the time.
Yeah.
I don't
Same.
read ever, but I listen to
Yeah.
audiobooks constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to listen to the podcast stuff. I've done the audiobooks. Audiobooks are kind of hard for me to follow when I have time to listen to audiobooks. So
I
when
see.
I have time to actually listen and pay attention, that's the time I can read. And I think I ingest data a little bit better when I read it than listening, and that's just because I'm more of a visual learner than an auditory learner.
okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes
sense,
sense.
yeah.
It's like people in class where it's like you could draw diagrams all day and they're like la-di-da-di-da, and
Yeah.
then the moment you say something that connects with them, they pay attention.
That's how
and-
I am. That's how I learn right there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like I can't read a full book. I could read an entire page and then just completely not even know what just happened in the story, and I'll
And
just
have
be
to
like,
reread it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Go to bed.
But if you listen to it, you comprehend it, you understand
Yeah.
it, and you retain it.
Yeah, which is
Okay.
really weird. But
Well, no, it's not weird. It's just the way that some of us learn is the way that we're able to
Right.
engage.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's super cool. Are you guys all self-taught as far as your instruments go?
No,
No.
no,
You took lessons and stuff.
no. Yeah, I took
Were you in
lessons.
band and stuff?
Yeah.
Was I in a band?
Were you in band like?
Yeah, you
did
should
start
tell
off
them
in band
story.
or
No,
anything
dude.
in school or?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have enough self-discipline to be self-taught, I think, because I my parents got me a guitar, and then it sat in my closet for a year, and then they were like, all right, we're getting you lessons, and I was like, okay, and then I just pretty much picked it up right away and liked it.
It's because you kept listening to Disturbed.
That's all I did. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what?
You really did?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Where there was a point in my life where I knew every single Disturbed song on
You
guitar.
still do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still
you'll
do.
pull up
really.
a random one. You'll be like,
What was the first one?
I know, I know exactly when this song starts.
That's true. It's so weird.
Yeah. What is the first album that I got into?
Sorry, I'm not trying to leave.
Oh, you're good, dude.
The first album I got into by Disturbed.
Dustin's genuinely interested.
Man, I mean, so I guess
Because I'm totally thrown off right now.
absolutely the first song I heard was Down with the Sickness.
Absolutely.
And I remember being incredibly scared by it when I was 12.
Dude,
Because
yeah.
this is something that my parents, they were like, no. And I was like, dude, why is he shouting at his mom, telling her to die? And I was like, dude, this is so scary. It's so edgy. And so I learned the song, and I was like, oh wow, I can learn this. And then I started learning that whole
And then you
album.
were down with the sickness.
I was down with the sickness,
officially.
man. I learned that whole the Sickness album.
Stupefy and the game. and
Oh
everything.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude, it all. Just give me a guitar in C sharp. I'll play that entire album for you right now.
Dude, it's wild.
So yeah, and then Indestructible and Believe I wasn't too big of a fan of at the time, but I liked it. And then I learned what's the third one? 10,000 Fists in my eyes or something. I don't know. So yeah, so I learned that one in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they released Asylum, and I wasn't a huge fan of that one. It was
Still
it
learned
was
it,
pretty
though.
good. I still learned it, obviously.
Have you ever seen them live?
Yeah, once.
Was it
Mm.
2012? What was
Yeah.
that, X Fest or Mayhem?
It was
or something?
Mayhem Fest.
Mayhem,
Yeah, that was my.
I love how into this you are now, Dustin.
Well, that's
we're kind of a huge age difference, and like that's what I
Yeah.
remember when Stupefy came out. I was like 16, and then everybody was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, Disturbed, Stain, Corn." Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So our
I-
huge age difference, I'm surprised that.
Yeah. And so, like, yeah, I went to Mayhem, and that was actually my first mosh pit. Believe it or not, it wasn't during Godsmack.
Did you get smacked?
I got smacked.
I actually have a
And,
Godsmack tattoo.
I know,
Dude,
dude.
nice.
It's embarrassing.
I know.
It's not
Because
embarrassing.
the singer was so, like, convincing. He was like, because I looked at the mosh pit, I was like, that's awful. I'd never want to do that. And then he's like, dude, come down here. And I was like, sweet. So I did it. I was like, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And then I went to, like, Slayer and Slipknot, and I realized, wow, it's like these people just want to kill each other. I don't want to be in here anymore.
Yeah, that's not a good mosh pit to be in.
Oh, that was on the 4th of July, huh? Because Slipknot
Uh-huh.
play, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like Megadeth and Motorhead and stuff like that.
So you've got a wide background in metal, and so do
no,
you.
I just learned Disturbed. And
That's it.
I just learned Disturbed.
like, that's all you need in life, dude. You learn every single Disturbed song. You're gonna pick up pretty much every like ornament. You know, you'll be fine. And I'm just fine. I'm fine.
Just fine.
You don't seem fine, Nick.
I'm just all right. You know, like I didn't learn every single Yngwie Malmsteen song. You know, I could have been. I could
Malmsteen.
have definitely been, but I was like, oh my gosh, like Disturbed is so badass. I just want to learn every single Disturbed song. I'm 12. I need to like let out all this anger.
On
Yeah.
guitar.
Boop 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 boop.
So since you play guitar, funny story, I got into playing guitar because of Korn.
Oh,
And
really?
So my mom's like, Christmas coming up, what do you want? I'm like, a 7-string guitar. And she's like, what kind of
Wow.
7-string? I'm like, Ibanez. It's got to be. I was like,
Oh
12.
yeah.
It's like, it's got to be Ibanez. And she's like, okay, well, that's some good ideas. I come out, I see this guitar. I'm like, 7-string Ibanez, probably a Korn signature. And I run out and I pick it up and I was like, well, this is neat. Where did you get this at? And she's like, the guy at the music store said it was the best 7-string out there, and it was a Fender Squier Strat.
Seven-string Squire?
Oh, I was like, well, yeah. And she's
Whoa.
like, you don't like it? I'm like, no, I love it. It doesn't say Ibanez, and that's what Korn plays, and so I don't know how I'm ever gonna be like them. and then I showed my buddy, who his dad's a phenomenal guitarist, and he's like, I didn't know Fender Squier made us like 7-string.
Yeah, I didn't
First
either,
off, He's
actually.
like, second off, he's like, this is not. He's like, this
This is
is
not good.
this is a. It's a cool guitar.
So thanks,
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Mom. Jeez.
The way I learned Korn songs was by tuning my guitar to a 7-string tuning.
What?
To
Yeah.
B
Oh.
B E A D G B E. Well, you only
BAE, something like that.
it's just B. It just added B.
Yeah,
So it's B E A D G B.
because they never really go up. They never
Well, they-
really use that high E.
I
I'm
think
just like
Korn tunes like a half step down or a whole step.
something like that. Yeah,
I think a half or something like that.
I don't have long enough dreads to play that music though.
It's true.
Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking.
I'm glad you got that out of your system, Dustin.
You're like, hold on, Disturbed. Hold on.
Wait.
wait a minute.
That's funny.
Oh. So anyways,
Yeah, dude.
so you took lessons and played Disturbed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I played lessons. I bugged the crap out of my teacher because I just kept playing Disturbed and not Ozzy. So
Ozzy.
and then I realized that there are other bands.
Are you leaving,
other-
Dustin?
I am, dude.
Oh my
Bye,
gosh,
Dustin.
dude.
You're good, man.
Thanks for-
Every time I see these guys, they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Tired."
It's so true.
Yeah, I'm running on like 5 seconds of sleep, dude.
Dude, I just took a nap like on the way here, dude.
I just know
In my car.
Every red
I don't
light.
I put on a cruise control.
I don't even remember the drive, dude. It's like, dude,
funny.
are you okay? You need to take a nap. No, but yeah, I took lessons and
Peace out, dude. Sleep tight.
I realized. Nice. Those were high fives for everyone at home. So
five.
like, yeah, I pretty much just realized that
That's cool. No worries.
the
Thanks.
like Disturbed is not everything in life.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
I
not
started,
true.
It's definitely not true. But I learned.
Who told you that?
Who hurt you?
Who are you?
And so I just started learning as many songs as possible by ear,
Cool.
which was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Well, what I've noticed is a lot of
Hey, pup.
musicians who perform. A lot of them play by ear. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty commendable. I
Yeah.
can't do it. I was trained by a communist from like Poland.
Good lord.
When I played piano, she was like over here. She was from Poland, but she was
Whoa.
like from Poland before like the Berlin Wall dropped.
Oh, no.
Poland.
Nice,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So when I was trained to play piano, I was taught like how she was taught, which is basically everything is memorization. So I
Yeah.
was taught to
Oh.
learn and memorize bar by bar.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can't really like sight read.
Mm.
I can't play by ear.
Hmm.
Nothing like that.
I can't read music.
You can't read music.
Mm-mm.
See, it's
Like
completely
piano
opposite for me.
sheet music.
Yeah, I can't read like the quarter notes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I could guess.
Yeah.
But
You don't
it's
have
much
to if you can
easier-
play.
It's much easier with the tabs. It's just like the strings, the
Yeah.
number.
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Totally.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to keep you guys up all night. We've been going close to an hour.
Have we really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have.
I'm doing
That
all
was
right.
quick,
Going
man.
50 minutes.
Nick,
already.
quick, did you take lessons?
Yes.
Okay, Chris, did you take lessons?
Yeah, I did.
Well, I'm not saying
No.
let's wrap it up right now. I'm just saying I don't have to keep you guys all night. So
Oh.
if you guys like,
I'm all right.
Dude,
you
for
guys
now.
don't have to.
We could do another subject or two
Give
or
me another
something.
2
Yeah,
hours, man. I'm
Totally.
down.
I would. I don't have 2 hours, unfortunately.
that's
I
fine.
got a half hour
Sorry.
though. So
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we're
That's all right,
totally
man.
good.
No worries.
But you did take lessons, Nick?
Yeah, I took lessons. Sorry.
You're good.
I took lessons.
You can move the mic. It moves.
Yeah, we were both leaning. I took
Leaning.
lessons from when I was like 10 years old to
There you go.
Nice.
I was like
Oh,
10.
you can move the mic back up. Sorry.
Here, look, let's go like this.
There you go. Solid. You got it.
Technical
Mm.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
that's good.
It's a little busted.
I took lessons for like 4 or 5 years when I was younger.
On
Oh,
drums.
Was it like 5 years?
It was a good 5 or 6 years.
Too
Yeah.
long.
Mm-hmm.
So most of that was my teacher. His name was Scott. He taught me. He was a really good jazz musician.
What's his
So-
last name?
It's like
Roycer?
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim?
Nick.
Nick.
But yeah, he was a really great jazz musician. So he was mainly showing me. Also, I was in school. I was in my marching band at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do like half marching band type, like snare stuff, and then the other half was like jazz music, which is really good to learn when you're first learning drums, because jazz music has a lot of four-way independence and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically that. But all the metal type music I taught myself. So
Cool.
Yeah.
And what are your influencers? Like, what kind of music, like, what kind of metal probably influenced, like, your style that you would that you would project?
I like Josh Manuel from or Manuel from Issues, and then
I like Issues.
yeah, Issues
Issues
is
is
really
good.
good. I like that's kind of where I'm at with drums. Is kind of Issues-ish drums, kind of, and then like with my synths and music and whatever, it's kind of Icy Stars-ish mixed with Issues with drum kind of thing. I don't know.
With
It's kinda that.
Disturbed.
With Disturbed.
With Disturbed.
lots of Disturbed.
Forget.
1 pound of butter. Disturbed butter.
I should have never.
Better than margarine, though.
Yeah. What is
True.
margarine is to butter as blank is to Disturbed?
What?
You take this one.
I don't
man.
know.
You
You're
take this one.
You're the math wizard.
Yeah, I know a lot of math, man.
Uh,
No, but I think the same with me. Like, he taught me a lot of like the technical stuff
Yeah.
on guitar.
Like a foundation.
Yeah, like a foundation. Teach the scales. You got to learn the cowboy chords. You gotta
Cowboy.
Yeah, you got to learn the cowboy chords. You got to learn like the chords. And then I'm like, no, drop tune riffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, but it's really like weird to think about because I don't really remember him ever teaching me like a whole lot of metal. He taught me like a lot of chords and like a lot of jazz sort of chords and stuff like that because he was very like bluesy and stuff. But
And you said your teacher was the same. What was his? More like that?
Yeah. Like jazz.
More jazzy.
yeah,
That's cool. I like jazz, though. I
Ja-
love
it's
jazz.
cool. It's
I think we
yeah.
have a jazz club here in town. They do like jazz.
They do like on Wednesdays. They do like a live band or something like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the jazz band back in high school.
Definitely on the bucket list is like learning a horned instrument. I think that'd be really cool, and being like really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a French horn?
Yeah, or like a
French horn.
saxophone, dude. Like one of those baritone saxophones.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really sweet.
Tuba.
Tuba.
They can follow people around. Nice.
All right, Chris, what about you, man?
Oh boy, do high school like guitar classes count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like
Where
in
did you
high
learn how
school?
to play?
You learned in
Yeah.
high school. Like they had a teacher in high school to do guitar classes, or
Yeah,
private.
that's actually
It
cool.
was a teacher. It was like a whole class, like with like 30 or 40 kids.
Whoa.
That's way cool. 'cause
That would
we
be
didn't
cool.
have that where I went to high school. Where'd you go to
Yeah.
school?
Meridian High.
That's way cool.
Yeah.
Did they have any other classes that were kind of similar with different, like with just drums?
No.
Or no?
No,
Nothing,
it was
just guitar.
So many people wanted to play guitar at that school that they had like a whole class for it.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So I did like a beginning guitar class my junior year, and then I did an advanced guitar class my senior year. And like I didn't really care for it. I played because my brother played, and I wanted to be cool like him. So
Yeah.
Now you're cooler than him.
I'm way cooler, man. But then I've always been into like metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
So like the faster pace, like a lot of riffs, a lot of like do you know August Burns Red?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's like one of my favorite bands of all time, and
You just went to see him
yeah, I did on
Mm.
Saturday. It was amazing.
in Salt Lake.
But yeah, it just I wanted to learn like faster riffs, breakdowns.
Higher energy.
Yeah, so one of the kids in my class could play all the August Burns Red stuff and all this cool stuff that I was like, dude, you should teach me. So like he actually got together with me a few times, and taught me like triplets and how to play like different riffs and palm muting and like all these little techniques that I had no idea. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna sit here until my fingers bleed and hopefully I get it. And yeah, I actually played guitar like until I joined like this band, because I actually quit music for a while, and then
You found us.
yeah, actually I found
Bailey.
That's true, yeah.
at Jimmy John's.
Everyone knows Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then
It's friendly.
yeah, she was somehow they were talking about music when I first started working at Jimmy John's. and
Yeah.
Wait, we were
Yeah.
scraping bread pans.
we were
talking about music.
oh yeah, we were scraping bread pans. She was teaching me.
Wow.
It was a magical moment, I guess. And then she's
Where it all started.
yeah, and then
those bread
she
pans.
said like something about her boyfriend was in a band and they're on tour or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. Who are they? Like As Far Falls. I was like, I never heard of them. So
And obviously you were lying.
so
They're
I
pretty much the worst band in town.
I looked them up and I was like, oh yeah, not too bad. Like not
You worked with Chris.
what's that?
You worked with Chris too.
Yeah, well, and then they got back from tour, and then I met Chris.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh.
And
you
this was
guys-
like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. I was like, so you guys need a bass player? And then I was like, I'll play. I don't have any gear. Like I haven't played music in a couple years. Like,
Luckily.
oh yeah, we got bass. Like we got an amp. Like you can just use our stuff. Like just come check it out.
What did you think when we said that? Were you like, oh, they must have like a little practice amp or something?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, well, it's better than nothing.
You got this rig that's taller than you.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
And
the best
then
rig.
it's like
Got the best rig
crazy
around.
gear that I've never been could afford myself. So
Same.
Is it a tough transition from guitar to bass?
no,
No.
no, not really. Actually, bass is really easy, like live
Comparatively.
Okay, what's happening here? Oh,
I
dude.
feel
Like you served in the Air Force. Sorry. Keep
Yeah,
going.
if you know guitar, then you know a lot of the basics from bass. I guess bass is different because you need to play along with the drums more
Mm-hmm.
than
Yeah.
just guitar.
But it's same like
Yeah.
root and note type
But yeah,
stuff.
I'm
Same
not
finger placement and everything on the notes. I mean, on the strings. I don't know how that works.
Sometimes.
Basically,
Sometimes, yeah.
Usually on a
it goes off the
guitar,
same
you can-
scale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
If that
not
makes
a
sense.
super good bass player. I play a lot of simple stuff just to make it sound full.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm also screaming for the
Mhm.
band, which screaming and playing an instrument is really difficult.
Kind of hard.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't start screaming until I joined this band. So I've kind of taught myself screaming.
Mhm.
You took lessons from what's his face?
Yeah, I took a lesson with Ryan Kirby from Fit for a King. I don't know if you know them.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they're like a Christian metalcore band.
Mm.
So what's the key to screaming? How do I know anything about screaming?
God
I'll
bless
go.
you.
Apologize about that.
Uh,
I think she's
there's-
probably lost her toy.
Screaming is basically like he was teaching me like, don't try to scream like somebody else. Like, do your own thing, do what feels comfortable. But he also taught me like certain techniques to where I'm not gonna blow out my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started, I could play a 30-minute set and my voice would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I couldn't really talk. I'd just kind of mumble.
What do you do to
Just-
preserve your voice?
Just a technique. Like, you don't
Lots of cigarettes.
Milk?
Cigarettes and milk.
no. Staying hydrated is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like, we've both learned that.
Yeah, the hard way.
My buddy Dakota actually plays in Icy Stars, as he's their touring drummer, and he said that their vocalist drinks like 6 bottles of water before they go on, like before he plays, and we didn't even think about that. We use like vocal spray, and
Yeah.
like
What is
tea.
I've heard of that. Vocal spray, is it like a lemon vinegar mix or
they have
something?
different stuff. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they have different ones to like dry your voice out because a lot of people will get really phlegmy,
yeah,
and so they have to a lot like while they're singing. So
I didn't know that.
people, there's like that stuff, and then there's stuff to lubricate your voice, which I take and
Yeah.
which Chris does, and it's the stuff that we have is like some weird herbal blend that tastes like your
No.
grandma's spice cabinet, just like thrown into like oil, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes really terrible.
yeah.
But you spray it in the back of
But
your
it
throat, and it
helps.
like kind of numbs it, and it helps. It tastes
Mhm.
terrible, but it helps. So
And it keeps your throat like from being dry. While you're
yeah,
singing.
pretty much, yeah. And
It helps.
it helps with cracking and.
Yep, and you like warm ups,
Hmm.
technique. It just there's a lot to it. Like, you wouldn't think so, because you could sit there and just scream, right? Just like
Yeah.
try
For like a
to-
minute or two, yeah.
but to make it sound good, to make it different pitches, like, because you have your highs, you got your lows, you got your mids. Like, actually, Logan from We Were Giants taught me how to do lows and
Shout
highs
out.
a little bit. Like, yeah, like,
What's up, Logan?
because when I joined the band, and I was like, hey, dude, I'm screaming. Like, can we get together sometime and like go over like how you do it? Because I played in a band with him for 3 or 4 years back in the
Mhm.
day,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always loved his screams. Like, he's an awesome guy, and
Mhm.
one of my good friends. I was like, hey, dude, teach me. You're the master. Like,
Sensei.
how do you do this?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and I wasn't super good in the beginning, but just over time, you just kind of learn, you get better and practice, and screaming at like my dog, it helps.
Get over here. This isn't over.
Go lay down.
Yeah.
But-
Do you
Exactly.
want a treat?
Exactly.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty much
You
it. For
scream at
me,
your dog often.
Sadly,
It's okay.
I forget.
Everything up.
He's such a big dog that I forget that he's a puppy, because
Yeah, he's
it's the
still
German
really young.
Shepherd Malamute mix.
It's a big dog.
But
Thick and
yeah, he's
young.
already like almost twice as big as your dog. Like,
It's a big dog.
yeah, and he's only 8 months.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I forget like how like young he is
Mhm.
at times.
No, that's a big dog, man. That's a lot of hair, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Does it get everywhere?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nasty.
We sweep
Gross.
like
Not my
almost
dog.
every day. I'm a
I
little
love
jealous.
it. Yeah, it's not bad, man. I don't have to deal with it. But
Yeah.
Your dog doesn't shed at all?
She does, but Dobermans are technically hypoallergenic.
Ah.
So,
If you're allergic.
Your
to
dog
have
is so
them.
sweet. I love it.
thank you. Yeah, just don't walk in unannounced. She'll rip your leg off.
I bet.
Well.
Hey dog, I'm here.
But if I answer the door, you're totally good.
Nice. That's
Man.
funny.
No, she's a good dog. She's well behaved. She's old though. She's like going on 7 years old. So,
Really?
Nice.
yeah, so you wouldn't really
Oof.
know. She looks pretty young,
Mhm.
but
Very young.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm done.
Not too
Chris,
bad.
you're up.
super
How
cool.
would you do?
Yeah, Chris,
I,
what's
What's
your
the
influence, man?
top?
What's
Wait,
going
what's
on
your
with you?
social again? What's your social security number?
5.
And your credit card.
What's the back of your credit card?
And then can you show the camera the back, please?
Just so you know, you won $1 million from this prince
Yes.
in India. Not sure you're aware of it, but
Never
let me
heard
get
of
your
this before.
information. I'll forward it.
Is this for
That
real?
seems really real, dude.
They're so real.
That's awesome. So I originally started playing guitar in church. That's actually how I learned. I started playing in church on like the worship team and stuff, and then I ended up taking like professional lessons from a guy locally here. His name is Joe Cefalu. He's a really super cool dude. I took lessons from him for a couple of years. I wasn't a very good student. I didn't practice very much, so I'm sorry, Joe, if you're listening to this. I regret it, but you were awesome. But anyways, so I played guitar. I still play guitar actually, just not for our band. I took lessons up until I was like 15 or 16, then I kind of just played because I was like, I don't really want to shred like Nick. Like I don't need to. I don't know.
You don't
What was
need
that?
to.
I know enough to get by.
You don't need to learn every
I don't need to
single
learn
Disturbed
Disturbed.
song, or else you'll die.
Was that your motivation?
I have to learn every riff, or I'll die.
Mom, Dad, I'm gonna die.
Was there bullies like at school like
No,
threatening you if you don't learn Disturbed? They're gonna kill you.
They're playing kickball, and you're in the corner playing air guitar. But you know this song.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like, I wasn't good at anything, so like, I learned guitar, and I was like, "That I'm good at this," so I'm just gonna like do this for a while.
Nice.
Yeah, and then my parents were selling a washer and dryer.
Yeah, so that's so that's how we met.
Yeah.
Was his parents were selling a washer and dryer. My parents were going to buy that washer and dryer, and my dad is like super supportive of our band, and he tells everyone he knows.
Oh yeah.
So he goes up to them, buys the washer and dryer, and was like, "So my sons are in a band."
But their band, it was As Fire Falls,
Yeah.
but it had,
and this was like 5 years ago.
yeah,
5-6 years ago.
they had to like the band was completely like people like left, like their guitarists, the keyboardists,
Yeah.
and who else left? I don't remember.
Everyone
like
except
everyone
for us
left.
too.
And then like I don't know, they just bought my mom and dad's washer and dryer, and then their dad was like, "Hey, my son's in a band," and my dad's like, "Hey, my son plays guitar," and that's how As Fire Falls was born.
Rebirth.
Rebirth. When
Rebirth.
was the
After
band? When
birth.
was the band created? How old is this band?
The
Just
name
The
is like
80s?
the 80s.
Used to be
The
heavy.
name is like since 2013, but like this rendition of As Far Falls is like how
Cool, because I
5 years, 6 years, something like that.
I joined in 2013.
Yeah, so 2013.
that's long.
Yeah, and that our first show was on New Year's Eve
Yeah, that
in
was,
2013.
that was wild.
That was the best show we've ever played. we've never been able to top it, dude.
Where'd you guys play?
Well, I don't remember.
It was set like a school
Yeah,
gym,
it was like a
something
school
like
gym.
that. It was funny.
It wasn't good.
Oh, when I
It
think
really wasn't
2013. Oh yeah, I'm like way older than you guys. So you guys, yeah, that's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So you guys were like high school then.
Mhm.
Yeah,
okay,
like
that makes
I
sense.
was like 16, I think.
Mhm.
15,
Middle
28.
school.
Yeah, you were middle school. You're baby.
I was a
Okay.
Fred Meyer.
The first time,
Fred Meyer.
like the first time I went over to their house to like show them
How
like
how to play.
how to play
How
or
he
like
plays.
how I play to fit in their music. Like I walk in and like we pass Nick's room, little Nick's room, and and his door is open. He's like on his computer working on music, and I'm talking with Chris, and he just goes, Yeah, that's my brother Nick. He's what do you say?
I was like, yeah.
He used to be really bad, but now he's okay.
Yeah. And he was working on like Ableton or Fruity Loops or something.
Yeah,
It was-
he used to be really bad, but now he's okay. I was like, okay.
I don't know why. It was just really funny at the time. And it still is.
Yeah.
You guys are brothers?
Me and him.
Yeah.
He's our dad.
Yeah,
We're
That's our
brothers.
dad.
Yeah.
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 But it's me and him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. You
Don't they look like
honestly
each
don't
other?
really look like each other.
It's the beard.
Somebody look more like your mom versus your dad?
You look no.
Who
I
looks
don't know.
like
I
look
think
a
we're
lot
Jared?
more
I
like
think
my
we're
dad than my mom.
Yeah, seriously,
So some of
I
my
don't-
brother, we look like brothers, but we're like don't really look. We look more like cousins. Like
Yeah.
to
That's
me, you
funny.
guys look more like like first cousins.
And we probably could be. I don't know.
They're lovers.
That's crazy.
But
Wow,
anyways,
dude.
so
washer
I
and dryer, man.
washer and dryer, and then God gave us this beautiful child.
Chris,
What is happening?
he's our dad.
I'm the dad.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
gave
not a
us this child. Anyways, so I took lessons on guitar until I was like 15, 16. And then I started taking vocal lessons after that when I was like 16, 17 for like a year. But it helped a little bit, but I kind of just needed to do it on my own and practice. And then I just started only singing in our band. And then I got better at singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you were doing private
Now you're
lessons.
just okay.
Yeah, I was
Private
doing
lessons?
private lessons with a gal who
Yeah,
she
he
lived
used
downtown.
to be bad, but now he's all right again.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was like downtown somewhere. She just did it out of her house, like on her piano. We just did scales like do
Cool.
stuff like that to like exercise your voice,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps a lot.
Actually, I've never done that before.
It's fun.
I come from a musical family.
You do podcasts.
Singers, and we all play musical instruments and stuff like that. But I've never taken singing lessons before. So,
You should try it.
well, I've proposed. I know I know I can sing because I've sang before. I've been in choirs and stuff
Oh,
like
nice.
that. But I've never taken private lessons. I don't know what it's all about as far as getting down to the intricacies of
It's like a-
your larynx.
It's like a workout
se.
for your voice, for your vocals. It helps a lot.
yeah, it
it's-
strengthens.
It's weird. Like you don't even want to talk when you're done. After like a half hour to an hour session, you're just like, my voice is so sore. I don't even want to talk.
Yeah, I believe it.
Because you just
I
do
believe
these
it.
crazy scales, and then you go really low, and then really high, and then you do all these lip trills, crazy stuff. So it helps a lot, and that's what we do for warming up. We'll do like some skills, and you do the thing,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Loosen everything up.
yeah, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's cool. Do
and
you
you
guys,
do massages. We massage each other's faces.
you guys get in like a massage circle and massage
Yeah,
each other's
we
faces?
should actually.
Absolutely,
We
dude.
should.
Absolutely.
Turn
Nick
on
gives
that-
the best massages.
I don't know if that's true, man. Nick has
It's true.
Nick has the monopoly on his like
The
thumb
monopoly?
muscles, like because of
Look at the
drumming.
Monopoly guy for his thumbs.
He's like, take me to jail, Nick.
Oh my god!
Go
Wow.
directly to jail.
Do not pass go. So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
Cool.
the history of our musical.
It's wild.
It's cool. Well, it's
Yeah.
exciting to see where you guys go. I like your guys'
Yeah.
style, and
I'm excited.
as I've listened to a lot of your songs, I've seen the quality and the difficulty kind of progress.
See, it
at
sucks.
least in the songs. And I'm an amateur, man. I listen to a lot of fucking music. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have tens of 20. I have lots of songs. I've got a lot of music. I got a lot of hard drives. Before this whole iTunes age, all I had was to download full CDs all the time. So,
Nice.
So for me, I have a huge respect for people who are young in your guys' place, who are passionate about what you do, who are setting goals, and you guys are consistently learning, and you guys are consistently applying new things to your skill sets, and I think that's admirable. And I think it's kind of exciting to see where you guys go. I've seen you
Yeah.
guys live, I think 2 or 3 times now.
Oh, sweet.
Saw you guys at Shredder once or twice.
Mhm.
Then I saw you guys at that Messer and Gemini Syndrome show
Okay.
the other week.
Cool.
So, but anyways, for shout outs, we're gonna wrap this up because I gotta get.
Yeah.
I won tickets to a concert tonight, so I gotta.
Nice.
I gotta
Oh,
go pick
dang,
somebody
dude.
up. Yeah.
You're late, I think.
You're late,
no,
dude.
No,
You're not late?
Music started at 8.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's at the knit, so these guys are gonna hit the stage probably at like 10.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
probably.
I just gotta spruce
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
for
not
my
bad.
date. But
Nice.
we're definitely gonna have to get you guys back on the show.
Dude, yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's nothing up and coming just yet, but you guys are working on new music.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
guys are
keep an eye
releasing
out.
singles every so often.
Mhm.
So if somebody who's listening or watching this right now, they can follow you on what and how.
Facebook, just facebook.com/asfirefalls. YouTube, we're gonna be uploading a new music video to there. It's just As Fire Falls Band, I think, or it's As Fire Falls Band
Oh, on YouTube?
on YouTube.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then Instagram is As Fire Falls Official. That's where we make most of our like announcements on Instagram. Twitter, yeah, we have Twitter too. I think it's just
Do we
As
use
Fire Falls
that?
Band.
Yeah. Does anybody really
we
use
tweet
Twitter?
Not really.
Do we tweet?
We have it like linked back and forth so that
Oh.
it'll tweet for us when we like post a picture or if we do
Ah.
like a Facebook thing. It just makes it so much easier so you don't have to post like 7 times to all social media. But
Connect all of them. Yeah.
mhm. But if you want to listen to our music, you can go to any of those places. Also Spotify, iTunes Music, wherever music is sold online.
True.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, thanks again. As Fire Falls in the house. We got Nick, Chris, and Chris.
Yeah. High
These guys
five.
are awesome. Boise Metalcore. We appreciate you guys swinging by. And thanks for tuning into the podcast. Make sure that you give us a follow, a like, and subscribe. Maybe pass the episode along because these guys
Yeah, dude.
Hit
are
that like
rock and
button.
roll.
We're almost like 2 hours. That's ridiculous.
Dude,
We're
this was
long.
a fun
So,
podcast.
Definitely fun, man. Had a great time.
Thank you.
Cool.
But
Thank you
yeah,
for
most
having us.
definitely. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.
Shut up and sit down.